Good morning. Good morning. How y'all feel this morning? Good morning. Good morning. How y'all feel? Come on in. Come on in and gather around the table. How y'all feel this morning? How y'all feel this morning? Come on in and gather around. How y'all feel this morning? Come on in, gather around the table. How's it going this morning? We are here. We are live in living color. We are on the top side of the ground, so there's no reason to be mad or sad or angry or unhappy. We're on the top side of the dirt. Come on in this morning. I ain't got time to play with y'all. Come on in on the march. Get set. I'm already running behind schedule. On the march, get set. Ready, go. What they do? Huh? What's good with y'all? How y'all feel this morning, kings and queens in the earth? Nieces and nephews, aunties and uncles. How y'all doing? Come on into the assignment. It's okay to be here. It's okay to be here. Yes, it is. How y'all feel this morning? Huh? Y'all doing pretty good out here in the earth? Tell me something good. How y'all feel this morning? Come on into the assignment. Come on in. You might as well come on in. There's no reason not to come on in. You might as well come on in. Hey, look what I got this morning. Hey, look, let me tell y'all something. I was passing through the spot the other day, and I found these right here. Do y'all know these Martinellis? Let me tell y'all something. Y'all ain't never had an apple juice called Martinellis. Y'all, I don't know if y'all know it. Y'all missing something. Y'all missing something. Y'all never had a Martinellis. Cheers this morning. Apple juice. Cheers, YouTube. Cheers, Facebook, family and friends. How y'all feel this morning? Hopefully all is well. We might as well come on in and come on into the assignment. There's no reason not to. You might as well come on in and gather around the table. There's a table of your own thoughts and your own mind and your own wisdom and your own creativity, your own understanding, your own comprehensions. There's a mind and there's a table that you're going to have to come and dump on, right? And dump all your thoughts and all your curriculums and all your activities and all of your everything that you have going on. You're going to eventually have to come dump it, right? On the table. And so right now, at this very moment, I was just coming to just check on y'all and see how everything is going. See how everything is popping off in your life. It's a beautiful space to be when you have the ability to check on folk and turn around and then give them sound advice. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that store? I know I'm about to tell my age. Y'all remember sound advice? Y'all remember that? It's okay. I don't think y'all gotta remember. I'm just telling y'all that you have the ability to get sound advice over here. I mean, my advice is strictly based on the creator of all things type of mindset and understanding, just the creator of all things. And so I don't know why I got all these bells ringing off around me right now. Want to distract my whole flow. But that's all 100% my fault. I just came straight to the table and sat down, right? So let me get some of these mics and all this type of stuff, and all these sounds and all these different things off the air right now for a second. How y'all doing? I apologize. Y'all see, hey, look, y'all. One thing about me, y'all know I am unscripted. This is not a script moment where everybody come in with a little script and read a little situation and then go for what they know from the script by which they've read. You know what I'm saying? To this morning, I just want to come on in and talk to the minds of the people. And I promise you, my eyes popped open. I woke up early this morning, like 7:32. And for whatever reason, no, it's 7:34. And I looked at the time and I just grabbed the thing without even, counting backwards like I normally do in the morning. As soon as I wake up, my theta sleep, I start counting backwards from 100 down to 1. But this morning, for whatever reason, I broke suit and I just went home and looked at the time because I knew it was kind of early. So it was 7:34 this morning, right? We could Google 734 and see what it stands for and the significant meaning behind 734. I just believe that these numbers that you wake up to and these numbers that you see throughout the day and you just see different things. I believe that that's the creator of all things speaking to you through the numeric codes of different, situations. I know certain sectors say you shouldn't be looking at the numbers and, but listen, he told me already that all of it is a part of it. And when he said that to me, for whatever reason, something like snapped in me and I had my aha moment when he said all of it is a part of it. That means the moon, the star, all the things that he said, let there be, that had to come into existence because they heard the master's voice, right? And the master's voice created all these things through his spoken word, the moon, the stars, the galaxies, and all of the constellations, the 12 constellations and all that people don't want to even pay attention to anymore for whatever reason. But I'm just telling you that the creator of all things, when he said, let all that stuff came into existence. That's just the truth of the matter. So why would you want to deny any of the stuff that he spoke into existence when he first said, let? I don't know. But all I'm here to do is let you know that you're going to eventually have to expand your mind, right? You're going to eventually have to expand your mind. And so this morning when I sat down and I mean when I woke up, I went back to sleep after 7:35. I scrolled through some social media and I read a few posts or whatever, I'd normally do in the morning. And then at the same time, I went back to sleep. And then I woke back up, popped my eyes back open at 9:40. So I'm saying I got 20 minutes to get to the table. I said, I have 20 minutes to get to. So I just jumped up. And as I put my feet to the floor and put my slides on to get ready to go to the restroom, as I normally do, I said, what would you have me to say to the mind of the people? And as soon as I said that, a download came. He said, a mind is a terrible thing to waste. Just like that. Hey, look, I can't make this stuff up, y'all, on everything I love. I promise you, I cannot make this stuff up. And so I woke, as I got myself together and walked around the corner of my bed and went to the restroom, he said, a mind is a terrible thing to waste. I don't know if I use that slogan. I haven't heard that slogan in years. I remember what commercial wasn't it? The Negro College Fund or something like that, the United Negro College Fund or some the UN. It's something like that there. I think that they always said a mind is a terrible thing to waste. I forgot the commercial, y'all. Y'all know I'm getting old out here in these streets at 57. Y'all know, what I'm saying? 3 more years, I'll be to hit that 60-yard line. You feel me? And so at the same time, saying, how many more days I got before my birthday? What today's date is? Today is the 19th. 19th, 5 and 1. I got 6 more days before my birthday, y'all. And so at the same time, I'm here this morning. I am Kendrick B. Davis, Senior, your thought-provoking specialist. Y'all know I'm on assignment. Because I think y'all by now would know he ain't finna get up there and do that every day if he hasn't been called to do it. I promise you I will not do it. If I had to stand here on my own reconnaissance, if I had to stand here on my own effort and my own energy, and on my own just want to be seen type of time, you feel me? Just a type of, you know how some people just want to be seen every day. That ain't me. That ain't me. I promise you, y'all. If I would, and listen, if he had not called me and chose me and challenged me to get on, and he said, "Open the laptop." This was October. I'll never forget that day, October 15th, 2022, when he said, "Open the laptop and speak into the mind of the people." And I didn't even know what to do at that moment. I just walked over here kind of reluctantly to a certain degree, and just kind of, yeah. And now here I am. Like what I'm supposed to do? What I'm supposed to do? What are you supposed to do when somebody or something or the superior being that who you hold as your, whatever the name you want to call it, what is superiority? There, we know if there's an inferiority in the earth, then superiority got to be there too. And so superiority for me has to be at the top side of the hourglass. Inferior, you're an inferior person, inferiority complexes, that has to be low vibration. That's at the bottom. And so I'm inferior to the superior, but I am the superior based on the fact that he called me. That's what makes me superior, because of the calling on my life brought me up out of darkness into his marvelous light, right? Y'all better connect this stuff. Hey, look, y'all better start connecting it. If you don't connect it, you're going to be lost out here in the sauce. You'll get lost in the sauce if you don't connect it. If it's not connectable, because connectedness got to be at the top side of the hourglass. Disconnectedness got to be at the bottom. That's low vibration. And so when you be always got to reach out to something, and they always telling you, oh, reach out outside yourself. That's the biggest misnomer ever, because he lives in me and he's here already. I don't have to continue to reach out, and I don't have to continue to bow down. I bow down within myself because he's in me, and he tell me when to bow down and when to stand up and when to erect himself in me. He do that for me. You feel me? It's already in you. So the creator of all things is already in you. You were created in his likeness, in his image. So I don't want to go there this morning. Anyway, they'll keep you reaching outside yourself. If you're not careful, they'll keep you reaching all out in the atmosphere as if he's not there. And that's the biggest misnomer, because once you confess, then he takes a residency. He takes up residency inside of you. I ain't going there with that, but anyway. How y'all feel this morning as I drink my Martinellis? I think that's one of the freshest apple juices out on the market right now. It's good to me. But how y'all feel this morning? How y'all feel? Come on in to the assignment. Yeah, you could come on up and through here. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to get some knowledge and some wisdom, some understanding, right? We might as well. We might as well get knowledge, information, and understanding and comprehensions and advancements and achievements and all of the things that he's allowed for your life. And it's a beautiful thing to sit here and watch everybody else grow as you grow. You feel me? Just to sit back and watch people grow. Growth is a part of the overarching construct in the earth. Growth. You're going to eventually have to grow. You can't stay the same for 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 years and you're the same person, the same thing, doing the same thing repetitively. And it's okay to get in that cycle of things where you just working a job or you working a career or you just going down around and doing the same repetitive things every day, all day, the same thing all over again, over and over, year after year. But eventually you're going to have to grow and your mind is going to have to expand and your conscientiousness is going to have to evolve. It's going to have to, y'all. You ain't going to be able to stay there and be the same all day, every day. And so at the same time, as I sat there and I jumped up out my bed at 9:40, right? What's 9:40? What's the spiritual significance of 9:40? Wow. I want them to say this. What's the spiritual significance of 9:40? It won't talk to me this morning. It ain't gonna talk to me this morning. It's all good. I read. Y'all know I'm a reader anyway. I love to read. Y'all know they told us. Y'all know what they told us. What they said about our people. What did they say about our people at one point of time in the thing, right? They say, yeah, just put it all in a book. Yeah, they don't like to read. So y'all finna make these folk out of a lie. We are readers, and we are highly intellectual beings. And don't you ever get that twisted. You better know who you are in the earth and don't let nobody define you. You define yourself as you walk through this thing called life, as you take on the godly intuition in your own body. You embody him in you because you are the I am in the earth. But I don't want to go there this morning because some people can't understand what I'm saying right now, and it's okay. But you're going to eventually have to expand. You're going to eventually have to evolve. You're going to eventually have to get wisdom and get knowledge and get understanding and get holistic comprehensions and get universal conscientiousness. You're going to have to, because I promise you, he just came down and specifically said something specifically to you or specifically to this country. And then whatever geographical location you were born in would be the God that you're going to serve. That's just the truth of the matter. I say whatever geographical location that you were born in will be the God that's of that geographical location. But I believe that all of it is a part of it. I'm starting to believe that he cannot and you cannot, and you'll be limiting your thought process if you feel like he's just going to only say, oh yeah, it's only through this one situation that I'll become your God, or I'll become your creator. No, it's too much awesomeness in the world. And the awesomeness supersedes one geographical location. Did you hear me? All right, but anyway, at 9:40, it says it signifies a message from your angels encouraging you to focus on your life's spiritual aspects and to trust the path laid out before you. Yo, I can't make this stuff up. I just listen, I keep telling y'all I'm walking this stuff out in front of y'all. That's all I can tell you. What made me just look at 9:40 right there? That wasn't even my spirit to say, look at 9:40 till he just said, yeah, go ahead and take a look at 9:40. All right, life, spiritual aspects, and trust the path laid out before you. It signals that your guardian angels are supporting your life's purpose and soul mission. I can't make this stuff up. He said you are being supported on your life's journey. We know that this is an odyssey. At the same time, your purpose and your life's purpose and the soul mission, the SOUL, your soul's mission is to stand here before the mind of the people and tell them that a mind is a terrible thing to waste. Ooh-wee. And so I'm here this morning I promise you that dropped so heavy in my spirit this morning when he said, tell him I said a mind, ooh, is a terrible thing to waste. Don't waste your mind. Don't alleviate your own thoughts out of your mindset shift. You got to use your mindset shifting to elevate your thoughts. Yeah, you're going to elevate and inclinate. You're going to have to escalate your thought process, man. You ain't going to have the ability to stand here and be the same person without evolving. I just read something the other day and said it takes your kidneys or your liver 6 weeks to revamp itself. I was like, wait a minute. In every 6 weeks, your kidneys or something like that, or your liver or something, I can't remember, regurgitate and revamps itself. So it's a new thing every 6 weeks. I'm like, wait a minute. Y'all know I got to start reading a little bit more as it pertains to your body. So if your body is doing that, then your mind is going to have to do it as well. Grow. And growth is a part of all of this thing. We all started from an embryo, didn't we not? I say we all started from an embryo, didn't we? But we growed into 57 years of life from an embryo. That was growth. Your bones extended. Your heart expanded. Come on now. Your lungs got bigger as you grew. The length, the width grew with it, with your chest. Come on now. We got to grow, y'all. Come on now. Stop staying stagnated in the process by which you want to block out all of the other things that is happening in the atmosphere. Come on now. You got to grow. Grow up. Ooh-wee. And so I'm here. We're here. I'm on assignment. I can speak into the mind of the people. I have been through enough in my life to have the stripes. I don't want to show y'all these stars that he made me put on my shoulder, because he said, you are a 5-star general in the spirit. And I got on both sides of my shoulder. Where he said, whenever you look in the mirror and you see that, you know who you are. And he said, you are a 5-star general in the spirit realm. And he said that, ma'am, he just confirmed a lot, because I don't play when it comes down to the spiritual realm, because we are spirit. Those that worship must worship in spirit and in truth. And there's some people that go in that house every day and don't even have spiritual connections with the spirit realm. Yep, they're all doing it from the flesh. They're doing it from the fleshy realm. If I better get up in here every Sunday, and it's all in the flesh that they do it. But at the same time, it's going to come a time when the reason why he going to say, I never knew you, is because you was doing it out of the flesh. He don't let flesh glory in his sight. And so at the same time, you're going to have to numb down your flesh and exude your spirit, man, to the Most High. And so it's going to be a whole bunch of people that got all the knowledge and the information and did all the studies and all the studying and and he got all of the, just like how they had it with the Sadducees and the Pharisees, and they have it all down packed, the law, and they knew it inside and out, but they couldn't do it. They knew the law and they had it all down packed inside and out, but they couldn't do it because they have to do it you have to do it in the spirit. You got to walk in the spirit daily. You know, some people want to put it down when they walk out that 4 consecrated walls every Sunday and then pick it back up when you walk up in the church. That ain't how that goes. You're going to have to walk this thing all the way out and put shoe leather on it and walk out your life, soul salvation, you know what I'm saying, in the natural, in the spirit, but, you know, do it in the spirit realm, from the spiritual realm, but do it in the natural. I can't explain it no deeper than that. But anyway, how y'all feel this morning? Come on in. Gather around the table. It's a lot of information here. And I'm just doing it out my spirit. I don't have to read no book. You ain't got to read no book that somebody gave somebody else and said, read this into the mind of the people, and it's stuck this many years. I believe that somehow or another, he wants you to transform in your spirit. And you do that from within. And you have your aha moments from within, because you are he and he is you. Ooh-wee. You're going to have to tap in. I know some people want to do it from the external because they don't want to do it from the internal realm of themselves, because it makes them have to go and do some soul searching and look in that mirror. Mirror, mirror on the wall. What does it say when it reflects what you see? It's going to reflect something now. And some people can't stand to see themselves in the mirror. And then some people love to see themselves in the mirror. That is remarkable that we got from one extreme all the way to the other. But at the same time, we sit back here and we just watch them do it. You're just going to have to put an account and be an account for your own when it's time. You're going to have to be accounted, you know what I'm saying, and accountable, you know, for your own. And so, yeah. How y'all feel this morning? Come on in and gather around the table. The mind is a terrible thing to waste. Did you hear me? I say the mind, your mind, is a terrible thing to waste. What is the mind?
According to Wikipedia, the mind is that which thinks, feels, perceives, imagines, remembers, and wills.
Oui. And wills? And wills? Hold on. And wills? Wait a minute. And will something? You can will it in your mind? Okay. A mind. The mind is a faculty that human beings possess to think, reason, feel, and perceive. Wow. It is the center of our consciousness and allows us to process information, store memories, and make decisions. That's what our mind is. Through the mind, we can imagine, plan, learn, and experience emotions. It is like the engine that drives the car, actions, and enables us to interact with the world around us, our mind. And I promise you, your mind is valuable. Your mind is a terrible thing to waste. Your mind. And so at the same time this morning, although we cannot physically see it, the mind is a fundamental part of our existence and define our identity and experiences as individuals. It is a complex internal universe. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. It says it is the reason why I'm doing. I gotta big it up in order to see. Y'all know I ain't got my glasses on this morning. Y'all know if I turn 50, I need my glasses. So I'm squinting. You see me squinting a little bit. I'm squinting out here in these streets at 57. I told y'all I only got 6 more days. What happened to it? Oh man, it disappeared on me. Oh, it went away. You see that? Let me tell y'all something, man. The mind is a terrible thing to waste. It causes your ability. It's a fundamental part of our experiences here on earth is your mind. It houses your thoughts and your memories. I'm just gonna go back over it. I close my eyes and remember what I just read. You know what I'm saying? It houses your emotional capacity, your emotional experiences here on earth, your mind. Your mind is a terrible thing to waste. Don't waste it. Because I believe that somehow or another, they know how to trick our minds and make us believe things that's not even in existence. Yeah. I know one that they say, it's the American dream. Hey, listen, hey, time out. Because if you dreaming at any capacity of the word, you're not functionally there. It's the American dream. Yeah. Hey, time out. There's no such thing, ma'am. I'm going after the American dream. Ma'am, you will be chasing for the rest of your life the American dream. There's no such thing. Okay, so you think the Chinese has a dream? The Chinese dream, or Japan has a dream? Oh, the Chinese dream. Come on, man. Listen, man. Wake up. The African dream. Listen, man. Listen. It's all a hoax, y'all. Be careful. HOAX. It's all a hoax. Be careful how you think, because your mind is a terrible thing to waste. That's what he told me this morning when I first woke up at 9:40. I said, I got 20 minutes to get there. I said, what would you have me to say to the mind of the people? This is what I said this morning at 9:41. It had to be about, I hadn't even been up a minute. I said, what would you have me to say? Because I woke up blank this morning. I said, what would you have me to say into the mind of the people? And he said, a mind is a terrible thing to waste. Tell him that. A mind is a terrible thing to waste. So I'm here this morning to tell you, don't waste your mind on superficial thoughts and misunderstandings and misnomers and misunderstood and you all, you know what I'm saying, you all mishaps and all these things that they got going on in the arena of the world. There's a big arena. There's an economical arena. There's a financial arena. There's a political arena. It's an arena for you to get you distracted and distorted, and then not find out who you are in the earth. And sometimes you might have to pull away. And sometimes you might have to cut off the TVs and the radios and just disconnect from all of it, because all of it can become a distraction. And when he told us, don't be distracted by the distractions in the earth, it'll throw you off balance and prevent you from becoming the person who he has designed from you to become, because of all of the interactions that you have the ability to interact with in this earth. Just know that it's a transaction happen within that interaction. And every time you transact or you interact with that transaction is a profit loss column of it. I done sat back and I watched people get into alcoholism. And they'll find that as an out, alcoholism. And before it's all over said and done, they're drinking every single day of their life. That's an arena by which it's offered here in the world. You don't have to tap into it. They got their bottles in their back pocket, walking around sipping all day. They tap into that arena of life, and it's okay. I'm not knocking nobody. That's your vice. We all have a vice. I'm just telling you to be careful that you don't allow the arena of this world to suck you in certain parts of it through political aspects. I had to either cut that off out of my spirit too. Just like the stories back in the days that we used to watch the stories As the World Turned and Living Singles and what's the name of that story? The stories? With old Cockright them. Being Cockright and all them. You know what I'm saying? Bonanza. They're gonna give you something to watch. I promise you. Hey, what these folks up there? They're gonna give you something to watch on that TV, on that television. Yep, they're going to give you something to watch, something to entertain your mind, something to distract your thoughts, something to bring you low, something to bring you down. Because you'll watch a movie and you'll walk out that movie theater emotionally impacted by what you just saw. Ooh, I ain't even sit here to say that this morning. You see that? You'll be emotionally impacted by something you just read or you just saw in a book or in a story or in the television or at a movie theater. You'll become emotionally attached to it as you watch it. Murder, She Wrote. How to Get Away with Murder. The First 48. They're going to put something in this world, in this arena, for you to tap into. I remember a few years ago when I first got here to Atlanta, I met this young lady, and she invited me over, and I didn't go initially. But for whatever reason, one night I wasn't doing nothing, and she invited me over. I'm cooking dinner, and come on over. I said, I ain't doing nothing. You know how sometimes you be. You stop acting like y'all perfect out here. I ain't perfect. Y'all ain't perfect either. And I just kind of willy-nilly and said, okay, I'll come. Well, this is when I first got here. But y'all remember when I first got here, I was working on my master's degree at that moment. I did a dual master's. And so I was working on my master's degree. So I was cognitively aware, because you can't work on a degree in psychology without psychology becoming a part of your whole construct. I don't know how people can be doctors and still smoke cigarettes. I don't know how people can become lawyers and still get locked up. Like, you should know all the ins and outs and the do's and the don'ts. Like, I don't understand somehow how people can still be doctors and heart surgeons and still, go out there and smoke a cigarette. Like, I don't know, because, you're a doctor, you should know better. But everybody don't adopt to it to the way I do. So it's okay. But psychologically speaking, I swallowed psychology hook, line, and sinker. When I was working on my master's degree, I was 100% involved in it. And that's why I knew that I was called into psychology. That's the reason why I stand here before you right now, is because it's a calling on my life psychologically. Before I even knew that I'll be standing here in the mind of the people, he was calling me and preparing me for this. I guess that's how I went. But anyway, I went over to this young lady's house, right? And at the same time, I kind of willy-nilly, and because of the fact that I wasn't really interested, but I still went anyway. You know how you do sometimes. Not like everybody you want. It was a dime and all that. Come on, we're gonna be real. We might well talk real. I don't know how to talk fake and phony. You need some fake and phony folk. Keep on scrolling, man, because you'll find it out here in the world. It's a big arena out here. The world is an arena. And so at the same time, it's all kind of value. And it's all kind of worth it that y'all can tap into. So you ain't got to tap into this one. I'm just telling my story as I move through this thing called life's curriculum. But anyway, so I went to this young lady's house, and I promise you, I was only there for 2 days. I only could stand it for 2 days. The day I skipped the day and went in the next day, and that was it for me, based on the fact that I saw what she was feeding her mind. Did you hear me? And when the first day I went in there, the first thing I saw on her TV was the First 48. And she sat there. And we sat there, and as she was preparing dinner, she had on the first 48, and it happened to be in Miami. And it triggered something in me because I knew where they were in the Poke and Bean projects, in the beans. And so I'm here in Atlanta. I'm here, just had left Miami from the foolishness by which I felt as though I was escaping from, to get here to the A, because I knew that I got here March of 2015 when I first pulled up out of Miami. I got here, I drove in the same truck that I own to this day. I packed my truck full of stuff coming out of Miami looking like dun 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 dun. Who that is, y'all? Who that is, y'all? What movie is that? Y'all ain't right. Y'all gonna sit here and watch me clown like that. But anyway, I came out there looking like Sanford and Son. Right, March of 2015. I get here, I wasn't even here a good year and a half. And I met this young lady. I forgot where I even met her. In passing, somehow or another, she invited me to her home, and I went. First thing I saw was the first 48. And they just so happened, this episode just so happened to be in the Poke and Beans in the Beans on 62nd in between 12th and 15th. And so at the same time, you know what I'm saying, I sat there and I watched it from a perspective of knowledge, from me knowing first and foremost where they were and how it was making us look in Miami. Just like we were just it was on a killing spree. Like people was just dying. And it was going from different cities, but Miami was the main city that it was on in the Beans, where somebody just got shot. And I sat there for like 15, 20 minutes, and before it's all over, it snapped something in me to like, why are we watching this? Why on earth will we be sitting here watching? And she said, oh, I'll just be entertained by the first 48. I'm just entertained by that. I'm like, that's your entertainment, ma'am? And then I didn't say nothing. And she said, I'll turn it. And she turned the TV, and the next thing she put it on was Murder, She Wrote. I can't make this stuff up, y'all. And then I think the second day, I kind of just stomached it a little bit. I didn't want to, you know, upheaval her stuff what she wanted to, you know, delve into and what she wanted to impact her mind with. And so I just kind of let it be, right? And then the following day, I didn't go because it was disturbing. And then the next day after that, I went. She invited me back over the second day. Second time, different day after the first day. But anyway, so that day she had on How to Get Away with Murder. So at the same time, in 2 days, I seen 3 different things that she was feeding her mind with. And I was like, but you done had first 48, How to Get Away with Murder, and Murder, She Wrote. Why would I want to be in the presence of a woman like that? Y'all tell me that. Why would I want to be in the presence of her feeding her mind that type of construct in the earth? There's 1,000,000,001 other constructs in the earth. She could be looking at finances, how to become financial wealthy. We could be looking at other things that we need to be psychologically astute and mindset shifts and advancements and opportunities and privileges. And you know, we could be looking at enhancements and expansions and enlargements and territories. And we could be looking at buying some land. And it is so many things out here in the world that we could be looking at. But she chose that channel to feed her mind and her thoughts and her vision and her being and her asset. And I don't know that if she was trying to plot somebody to kill somebody and get away with it. I just didn't want to be the prey. I didn't want to be the PREY. I didn't want to be the prey by which she was finna try to embark her knives and her claws into me as a fleshy person, that she didn't advance all these thoughts in her mind of how to get away with murder and how to murder she wrote and first 48, and she was doing all this stuff in preparation of what, ma'am? To kill somebody and get away with it? Like, what? Like, what are you? The mind is a terrible thing to waste. I don't even know how I got up on that tangent right there. But let us bring us back home to the center of our thoughts and our comprehensions and our advancements and our understandings and our uplifting mindsets and the mindset shift that we're gonna have to do in order to become the best version of yourself, ma'am. You're gonna eventually have to shift. You're gonna eventually have to gather around the table. I mean, the table of your own thoughts, sir. A niece and nephews in the earth, you're going to have to dump out all of your thoughts on the table. The bad, the good, the ugly, the sad, the triumphs and the trials and the tribulations and the triggers and the traumas. You're going to eventually have to dump them out on the table of your own thoughts and sort through the foolishness. Sort through all of the things that they've given us to say, study this and go down this path and this narrow path of understanding and comprehensions. Y'all stay on this path of narrowness. You know, narrow is the way. I don't know anymore. Because broad of understanding, broadness of the holistic value of the universal conscientiousness going to make you expand past the narrowness. You might be able to see more. And understand holistically. And understand universally. And understand that we are called to grow into enlarged territories. How would you ever grow into an enlarged territory if you stay on the narrow thought process of life? Yeah, I know they say narrow is the way. I know. I'm just looking at it from a different perspective now. Because, of course, anybody that wants to control the mind of the people will tell you to go down this narrow path. It ain't too much room to grow into. It ain't too much room. If it's narrow, when I hear about narrow, it's like make me feel like I want to squeeze my shoulders together. Narrow is the way. You're like, what you gotta do? Like, what you gotta do? What we gotta do to be narrow? I don't know if narrow. I don't want to say it. All I know that he's going to eventually expand you. You're going to have to come out your narrow mindset, your narrow comprehensions, your narrow understandings. He might want to show you your aha moment in broadness and universal understandings and comprehensions, holistic mindsets, looking at the whole entire universe. As the creator of all things is, he said, tell him I'm multifaceted. He told me that a long time ago. He said, you serve a multifaceted creator. I even believe that if you call him God, you done lowered him to the mindset of the Lordness of it all. If you cap him off as God, then you done put him lower. You brought the creator of all things to a lower understanding that you can possibly grasp in this dimension. I believe that the Creator, infinite wisdom and infinite understanding and infinite conscientiousness and infinite value in the earth it's infinite. And when he said, let, the solar system came too, did it not? We talking about the creator of all things. Didn't, when he said let, didn't the mountains and the volcanoes come? No, volcanoes didn't come. Not a real volcano. I'm talking the one that spewed lava. I'm talking the one that spewed lava came when he said let. It didn't come up after the fact. They understood the master's voice. Even oxygen, even everything on that periodical table chart that we learned about in 8th grade. He said, tell them that's my stuff. He said, tell them that that's my stuff, that everything on that periodical table chart is his stuff. It never lost its power. Oxygen, hydrogen, come on now, all that stuff, O2, come on now, chromium, phosphorus. Come on now, y'all. Come on, class. Come on, students. Think. The mind is a terrible thing to waste. He said, tell him that everything on that chart, that periodical table chart, you pull it up yourself and see gold, silver, platinum, all the stuff that he spoke into existence when he said, let, those elements understood their assignment. That's why they're still here today and hold the value that they hold. Gold has never lost its power or its essence. You can hide gold in for 2,000 years. And when you unravel it and find it 2,000 years later, the value of gold will still be in its essence. That's his stuff. When he said, let, think this thing through. The mind is a terrible thing to waste. Nitrogen. Yeah. Hydrogen. All these elements was in the dirt. Google it for yourself. See, it's gold in your body. Gold is in your body, ma'am. There's a small percentage of gold in every individual's body. Google it for yourself. If you think that I'm saying something, then don't take no word that I'm saying. Google it. Say, is gold in the human body? Just Google, say, is gold in the human body? Come on, y'all. You got to think. Your mind is a terrible thing to waste. Go Google it. 96% of your body is made up of those 4 elements that's on that periodical table chart. Google this. Say, how much 96% is made of our bodies is made up of what? Just Google that right there. 96% of our body is made up of what? I ain't telling you those 4 elements no more. Google it for yourself and then see is gold there. See if you have a small percentage of gold in your body. That's all it is. But anyway, it helps. Gold is a conductor, and it helps all the fiber optics of your body to pop. It's a conductor. It's a conduit. It's for your mind. You need gold in your mind. Mind is your goal. Gold is in your mind. You need gold in order for the fiber optics of your thoughts and the fiber optics of your the neurons and the neurotransmitters to work properly. It takes gold. But I don't want to listen, man. Listen, I can't talk to y'all no more. I didn't come down here to say all this morning. I told y'all that when I stood up at 9:40, because I knew I had to be here. I only had 20 minutes before my time was running. And I can't keep doing that, but y'all forgive me. But at the same time, I'm telling y'all right now that it's a bigger plan. It's a bigger purpose. It's a bigger plot. It's bigger than what you would ever think. It's bigger. It's bigger than what you would ever think. Did you hear me? It's bigger. It's bigger than that. It's bigger than your limited amount of narrow thoughts. It's bigger than it. It's bigger. It's bigger than that. And when you have your aha moment, did you hear me? When you have your aha moment, you're going to be mad at yourself for going that many years. But nah, you can't be mad at yourself, babe. Hey, baby boy, you can't be mad at yourself, bro. Hey, sis, don't be mad at yourself when you have your aha moment. It's just your time and your season to grow. You hear me? Same thing, you can't be mad at yourself. I can't be mad at myself for September 25th, 1967. How you gonna be mad at yourself for your birthday, month, and year? You didn't know no better. You just came into the metaverse. And we met while we on this journey called life and life's curriculum. We met here on this journey right here. We met. And so it's all good. As I sip my Martinellis, cheers. Did you hear me? As I sip my Martinellis, cheers, Facebook. YouTube family and friends, that's Facebook family and friends, and YouTube, what they do. Cheers, baby. Cheers. Yeah. At the same time, y'all, it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure to serve your mind. Do you hear me? I say it's a pleasure to serve your mind. I have no hidden objectives, no underlying motives for sitting here this morning. I'm just here on my assignment because he said, open the laptop and speak into the mind of the people. I don't know why we always call it he. I don't know why we always say he. I think it's non-gender, because guess what I'm discovering? That you got female and male chromosomes, right, in your body. So it has to be a masculine and a feminine thing, because cells mate, right? Cells in your body, they're mating all the time, and they're producing something because they're creators. The cells in your body are creators, right? Because they're masculine and feminine genes. They're masculine and feminine chromosomes in your body. And at the same time, right, they mate consecutively. They mating all the time. So there has to have been a masculine and a feminine part of the creator. That's why when he blew the ruach breath of life into Adam's nostril and he became a living soul, that it had female and male composites. It was masculine and female. That's why some men have more feminine genes than they do masculine genes. Just like some women have more masculine genes than feminine genes. But the genes are in the body when the embryo first hit the egg and we become an embryo. All that's in us is already there. It's just an embryo. But anyway, we're going to figure this stuff out in our minds, because he told me to tell the mind of the people that a mind is a terrible thing to waste. Do not waste your thoughts. Do not get so caught up into the mundane and the insignificant things of the earth that causes you to not know who you are and whose you are. You're going to have to know that for yourself, man. You're going to eventually have to tie in all the loose strings of thoughts. There's a lot of loose strings of thoughts that you're going to have to tie in eventually, and tie it all in and plait it. Make a big braid going down the center. Did you hear me? I say, go make a big braid going down the center of your thoughts and tie in all these loose strings over here and over there and make a big braid coming down the center of your thoughts. And make sure that it stays in the center and is equilibrium on both sides. Make sure that when you think thoughts, they're on the psychological alkaline side of conscientiousness, on the top side of the hourglass. And when you bring all your thoughts together and they're aligned and balanced, your chakras will be aligned and balanced from your root chakra all the way up to your crown chakra. You will be aligned and balanced. That's the victory. When your kundalini, I don't want to go there right now, come all the way up out your root chakra, and it lands on your crown chakra, where your thoughts and your memories and all the crown of glory of understanding and comprehensions in the earth. When you're crowned that thought, that when you crown yourself with understanding and wisdom and knowledge and all these different things that probably you got crown, you got all kind of jewels in that crown. Ooh-wee. I gotta go, y'all. I'm gone. I'm gone, y'all. I am Kendrick B. Davis, Sr. I am your thought-provoking specialist. I'm your health-conscious coach and your intellectual content creator. I will never give you anything under intellectual content. And I'm your podcast professor, even when I don't have that lab jacket on. I'm still your professor. I am Kendrick B. Davis, Sr., your thought-provoking specialist, and I'm on assignment. Y'all be blessed. Did you hear me? I gotta go, y'all. I didn't even sit down here to say all that, but I gotta go. Y'all be blessed.